So in Ansible, there's also this thing called Automation Hub. Automation Hub is a Red Hat subscription platform, but it's used to work with collections as well. So I would like to talk about using collections from Automation Hub. What is involved? Well, there are two types of collections. The community collections are provided through Ansible Galaxy. And there are subscription-only collections which go through cloudredhat.com/Ansible/Automation Hub. You will notice that on Automation Hub there is a lot of collections that you will also find on Galaxy, but there's also subscription-only collections. The difference is that if you find it on Automation Hub, that it's supported. Now, if you want to use collections from Automation Hub, you need to go there and you need an authentication token. And this token needs to be stored in the Ansible CFG file to ensure that you have smooth access to the collections on Automation Hub. So how does that work? Well, first you need to ensure that you have a token. And you can do that from Automation Hub, connect to Hub, and you copy the token and you include it in your Ansible.cfg file. Before we are moving on, let me just show you. All right, so I'm going to the Automation Hub platform. I'm doing that on the Fedora machine, which is using Ansible 2.12. This is an authenticated platform, so I do need to log in. So now we are in Automation Hub. And in Automation Hub, we can see the different options to connect to the hub. And what are we going to do? Well, I am going to load the token. As you can read in the description, use this token to authenticate clients that need to download information. And you can also see the token will expire after 30 days of inactivity. So that's really something you need to be aware of. So here I have my token. I am going to copy the token. That has been copied up to the clipboard, and now I can put in all the information that I need in my Ansible configuration file. So I'm opening my Ansible.cfg, and in the Ansible.cfg you can see that I already have a lot of options that we need. So in the Galaxy option we have a server list. Server list is a list of servers which contains the Automation Hub as well as Release Galaxy. Then in the Galaxy Server Automation Hub part, we have URL, we have authentication URL, and we have token. And I've used token is XXXX. Well, that needs to be replaced with your token. In the Git repository, to make it a little bit easier, I already put the appropriate information in the galaxy.cfg so that you only have to replace with your token. So here we have token number 1, and here we have token number 2. And now I've set up my Ansible.cfg, and that means that my configuration should now be ready to reach out to the Ansible Automation Hub. So now I can continue, and before we do that, let's have a look at the slides. So now that we have set up the Ansible.cfg, we can work with the requirements file, and in the requirements file you can refer to the Automation Hub. So this is really how it is working. And after installing collections from Automation Hub in this specific way, you have your supported collections as well. Obviously, what I'm doing right here, I'm on Fedora. And on Fedora, using collections from Automation Hub, that's not really going to bring you a supported environment. The idea is that you do it in a complete supported ecosystem, preferably with the Red Hat Ansible binaries on some supported platform as well. Although this is opening an option to use supported collections on an unsupported platform. You know what? Let's see how far we get if we try to do this on Fedora. So let's have a look at the requirements.cfg, where we can see the different collections. I don't care about the Galaxy collections. It is the Automation Hub collection that we care about. As you can see in the source, it clearly indicates the Automation Hub. And from there we can run the requirements file. So Ansible Galaxy collection install -r requirements.yaml. And there we go. And as you can see, it's processing the install dependency map. This is good news. You can ignore the Galaxy server, galaxy.ansible.com. And you know what? You should even wonder if you want to use this Galaxy server if you are working with the Automation Hub. Hey, before we are continuing, let's get back to the web page. Because did we already have a look at the Automation Hub packages? So here we see what Automation Hub is all about. In Automation Hub, you can see all of these Red Hat partners. There are 56 in total at the moment. And let's do 100 per page. And you can see all of the Red Hat partners. And if you are interested in whatever kind of Red Hat partner, you go into that partner to figure out which collections are available. And there you can see that, for instance, OpenShift is available, the OpenShift collection for Ansible. So what is in OpenShift? In OpenShift, we have the contents option, and in the contents option, we can see there's a Kubernetes option, there's an OC option, there's an OpenShift, OpenShift, OpenShift. So that's the OpenShift collection. That is very interesting. Now, the big question right here, we are on the Fedora 212 machine. And if I'm going to use Ansible doc -l pipe grep OpenShift, do we find any OpenShift? And there you can see, that's an interesting one. We have community OpenShift stuff as well. Now, what is the difference? The community stuff comes from the community. This is the good old Red Hat software model. There's community software that comes unsupported. You want to use the supported software, use the Red Hat module, which requires a subscription license, which is why Automation Hub and Ansible automation platform in a broader sense are interesting. This is how you use them.